cage, the arm, the leg, some part of the hip here. So we can get it back. This kneaded eraser works perfectly well for that, as you can very simply knead it in the shape that you need. That's a weird sentence, but you get what I'm trying to say. And so I'm treating it as a white pencil or white piece of pastel, thinking about where to apply the light, and any crisp edges that you get, you can smoothen out with a little bit of rubbing of the finger. So here we're gonna get a nice clear white shape. And if I overdo it, if I pull out too much of the light, then I can always get it back with my pencil and eventually get a bit of a back and forth. But the main thing is that I want to try to, or I must try to keep this light-dark separation intact. As long as I do that, the volume is going to read and the figure is going to be clear. And that might mean that in a later stage I want to darken some of the initial shadow areas, apply some more pastel to it. The feet, well, very light, but let's not worry about it. As you know, I'm not really concerned with doing a whole figure for these studies, as long as I do enough to practice what I want to practice and do that on the areas which are most interesting for that kind of practice. I keep squinting at my sketch as well, but also still very much at the reference. See if they match up, and if they do, I continue. It's time to maybe get back some clear read, maybe even more clear than what is happening in the reference. For instance, I might want to get back a little bit of line for this arm, showing how it comes in front of the head. And at some point, some people like to use this grip and be able to, from the fingers, dig in and control the direction of the light. That's fine with me if you prefer that. I still prefer this grip. Not get my hand all over the page, but also make sure that I still apply as much as possible a little bit of looseness and stroke. And also varying the line weight. You see also a very dark area of shadow underneath. Let's maybe refine a little bit of the silhouette of the face. It's not that clearly visible, but still we can think of something that at least reminds us of a human head seen from the side. And there we go, pressing in some additional value. The darkest parts are going to be these cast shadows, especially near the area which they arise from, and coarse shadows. We can see quite clearly in the figure that the back is hit with some reflected light from the surrounding. So we get this additional dark value where the shadow begins, which is called the core shadow. Now, the refinement, I can take it as far as I want and keep noodling about. I see quite a crisp shadow edge right here. You see that I really exploit the shape of my pencil, so I can get a crisp line where I need to. I can get softer, broader strokes where I need to. And well, at this point, I think I'm quite satisfied. For this demonstration purpose, this is really all I wanted to show. But just to show you that you can keep refining and refining until you have spent 2 hours, which we're not going to do. You see the back here catching quite strong light. Keep looking at my sketch, whether I'm happy with everything. It's also nice to just dare to let some area be less defined, especially when it's more toward the back, where things in the front get more value, more clear edges, more detail, more contrast. Let's add some value to this dark gas shadow. Again, I can always soften it again. You see that I don't have to worry too much about very specific shapes of anatomy, but with some practice and knowledge and study of anatomy, it's possible to start incorporating more specific anatomical details. See some of the so-called serratus anterior over here, and those cause little bumps in the surface of the skin. Let's also make sure to add a nice halftone to this part of the sketch or the arm. Not as dark as the shadow value, but definitely something there. And once again, maybe apply some more tonal value to